Hello there. We are sitting on the floor in my room, which is an absolute mess right now, and it's always like this when I get ready to wrap presents. Typically, I do a lot of it up on the bed just because it's a flat surface, kind of, and I don't have any kids in here. I can come in here and close the door and get presents out and wrap them without anybody seeing what I'm doing. But I thought for the purposes of this video, it might be better to do it down on the floor where I have more room and it's a little easier to get to everything. I kind of have everything around me right now. I have the presents and the wrapping stuff, everything I think I'm going to need to do this. So hopefully I won't have to get up, but I won't make any promises. Um, so this is not everything, but this is a significant chunk of the stuff that I'm going to have to wrap this year for Christmas. And I'm really ahead of schedule. I mean, it's, the weekend after Thanksgiving. And I'm almost done shopping. I think really all I have left to get are a few little stocking stuffer things for the kids. But other than that, I'm pretty much done. But I haven't wrapped anything. I have not wrapped even one present. So we're going to do some of that today. And I'm going to show you what I got so far. So if you know my kids, don't say anything. But I have I have some stuff here for my mom and my dad and both of my kids. So I'm going to show you what I got, and then we're going to wrap this stuff. Okay? I'm just going to start with what's on top. This I just got today. It just came today. This is it's pajamas, but it's made to look like a costume, kind of. It's just flannel or fleece pajamas, but it's made to look like Pikachu. And I got these for my younger son because he really likes Pokemon, and Pikachu I think is about his favorite. So I got him these little fleece pajamas. And when you put them on, it has a hood, and it has the little Pikachu ears on it. So it's supposed to make you look like Pikachu. So I'm going to give him that. And this I got for my dad. These are some bamboo sheets, and they come in this little carry case, which is really cool. These are Island Getaway bamboo sheets. It's comes with one flat sheet, one fitted sheet, and two pillowcases, and a queen size. And these are some that they actually had. They had a bunch of these at Goodwill, just like this. They were brand new sets for $25 per set, which is pretty good from what he said, because he bought a set for himself and showed them to a couple people. They came in all different colors. They had purple and different shades of brown, and they had gray and white and blue. I mean, they had a bunch of different colors, but he was showing them to some people and letting them see what they felt like. And all of a sudden, he was calling me saying like 10 or 15 people wanted a set of these sheets in all different colors. So I bought out 2 or 3 different Goodwills around here. I had to go looking for certain sheet sets, and they had them in different sizes. But my dad, has a queen size bed. But then they sold them all, and I couldn't find any more, and he was still having people ask for them. And he said he would like another set in a lighter color if possible, because I think he got a couple of darker colored sets, but he wanted a lighter color. So, but they were all sold out. But I went in to another Goodwill somewhere a couple of weeks ago, and they had one set all by itself, and they were white and they were queen size, so I went ahead and got these. So I'm going to give these to my dad for Christmas. Now, when you wrap presents, I do want to say one thing. When you wrap presents, you have to think about the person that you're giving them to. And I mean that in a couple of different ways. Like my dad doesn't care. My dad is not going to sit there and shake the present and try to figure out what it is. He's just going to open it. So you don't have to go to a lot of trouble to try to disguise it or make it not so obvious as to what it is. You can just wrap it any way you want to. He's not going to care. And a lot of people don't care. You can wrap it whichever way is easier for you. I could probably just hand it to him in a plastic bag. He wouldn't care. But I will wrap it because that's just what I do. Or I think about my mom, and I'll show you what I got her in a minute. I have to think about my mom. My mom has severe arthritis and has lost a lot of the use of her hands because of it. She can't really bend her fingers much at all anymore because it is so severe. Especially in her thumbs, it's really bad. So she has a hard time gripping things and, gripping small things. So if she's trying to unwrap a present, it can be very difficult. So for her, I don't wrap her presents. I will put them in a gift bag, and I will show you how I do that. It's not anything fancy, but I'll show you how I put stuff in a gift bag. And for her, that's how I do everything. I don't wrap anything for her. I put it in something that she can easily take the items out. So, and again, she's not going to sit there and try to figure out what it is. So that's how I present her presents. Is I just put them in a bag and say, here. I mean, she knows what it is anyway, because I get her the same thing every year. But that's because she never wants anything else. So she just has sort of a standing order for Christmas that I get her this particular thing. Okay, so that's two things. I'm surrounded by stuff. This I got for my older son. It's going to seem like a weird present for an 11-year-old, but it is a really big, thick velvet Berber blanket. It is the softest, smoothest, cuddliest blanket you ever saw, and it's heavy. I mean, this is really heavy. But I got one for myself at this store that we have here called Ollie's, and it's like a deep discount closeout store where you can go in and get things that have been discontinued or items that maybe a particular store isn't going to carry anymore, so they sell it to Ollie's at a discounted price. And I went in there, and they have a really good selection of towels and blankets and stuff, and pillow cases, and I mean, just all kinds of things. And I went in there, and I was just looking through the blankets and stuff, and they had this big, it's by Ardor. They had this big blanket in there, and I have one in this really pretty, kind of a dark purple, but it's exactly like this one. And I felt it. Before I looked at the price tag, I said, oh my God, I have got to have that blanket. It is so velvety. I said, I have to have this blanket. Now, it was $35, which for me is a lot, because it's mainly a lot because I don't need any more blankets. I already have, right now in my room, I have this gigantic tote full of blankets that I never use. And those are just the blankets that I don't use. We all have blankets on our beds, and these are just extras. So I don't need any more blankets. But this one, that is how wonderful this blanket is. It is so soft and it is so cuddly. It's my favorite blanket right now. And my son wanted one like it. My younger son and my older son and I were all fighting over this purple blanket because we all love it. And so I finally just asked my older son, I said, and my younger son actually has it right now in his room. He's kind of stolen it from me. He sleeps with it every night. But I finally just asked my older son, I said, would you just like one for Christmas maybe? Would you like that to be part of your Christmas? He said, yeah, you know what, I would. I want one for myself. So I went back to Ollie's last week, and they were almost sold out. They only had a few left, but fortunately they had this dark gray, which I figured he wouldn't want purple anyway. But they had this really nice dark gray blanket in the same size. It's a full/queen size. So I got this one for him, and this is one of his presents. Size-wise, it's the biggest one he has. Now, if I were to wrap it like this, he would know what it was immediately. My kids are both kind of psychic when it comes to presents. Not that this would be hard to figure out, but I have to be really careful when I wrap their things because they can just pick it up and hold it and tell you what it is. I don't know. They're really good at that. So I'm going to show you a way that I disguise some of their presents. A couple of ways that I'm going to disguise their presents. But this is his, and we're going to put this in a box to wrap it. So maybe he won't know what it is. So that's that. And these, actually, I got these for their stockings, and it's the same set. It's just 2 boxes of the same item. It's a little Lego set. It's a creator set, and you can make different things with it. It has a sticker on the front, but you can't really see it. But it makes this, it's a seaplane. See? It's going to be small, obviously. I mean, you can see how small the box is. But it's a 3-in-1 set, which means you can make different things. You can make the seaplane, or you can make this little sailboat thing, or you can make this hovercraft thing with the set. So I got them each one of these, and these are going to go in their stockings. So I'm not actually going to wrap these. I just wanted to show you. Let's see, on the front it'll show you a big picture, and this is the primary thing that they feature with this set. But then they show you the other two things you can make. So I bought them each one of these for their stockings. So I can actually move these out of the way. And these are stocking stuffers also. This one is a little airplane. See, typically when you think of Hot Wheels, you think of cars. But I found this little airplane, which I thought was really cute. It has a red propeller. And it is a Mad Props, P-R-O-P-Z, it says on the bottom. So, there, I don't know who that's going to be for. But that's a stocking stuffer. And then this is for my younger son. Because for whatever reason, even though he has none and has never asked for any, all he wants for Christmas is limousines. I don't know where he came up with that, but probably 9 out of 10 things on his Christmas list is somehow related to limousines. I don't know. So I've been shopping for limousines. And I found this one. I think I got this one on Walmart.com. It's a little Hot Wheels limousine. See, it's kind of long. Longer than most Hot Wheels cars. It's called Moneyed Madness, which is right under here. But it's a nice long blue limousine. And it says something on it. I can't read it. It says something, but it's from the Biff Bam Boom series. So that's going to go in his stocking, I think. I'm not going to wrap it. I'm going to put it in his stocking. And this is for my older son also. I got these on Amazon. It is a lot of 100 Yu-Gi-Oh cards. And it says it has super ultra rare cards inside. But it came in this little plastic pack. And I'm not going to pull them out because it's hard to get them back in there. But it's 100 Yu-Gi-Oh cards. They're brand new. And they were really cheap. I want to say they were only about $6 for all these cards. So I got him a bunch of cards. I am going to wrap that. I think. I might put it in his stocking. I'm not sure. Anyway, 100 Yu-Gi-Oh cards because he did want Yu-Gi-Oh cards for Christmas. And this one came this way. Now, if you order things by mail or order them online, which I did, most of the stuff I bought this year I bought online. Look at the packaging that it comes in. If you have somebody that you want to give presents to and you want to disguise them, sometimes if you leave them in the original packaging, it might help to disguise them a little bit. Especially if it's something like Legos. When you shake it, you can obviously, I mean, everybody knows the sound of Legos. You know, if you've ever had kids or played with Legos a lot, you know what Legos sound like when you shake them. So that's a big challenge for me because both of my kids wanted Legos this year. We'll get to that. But if you look at the packaging that your item came in, like this, I didn't even unwrap this. This is the way it came. You can't even really see it, but there's a limousine in there. It's a black long limousine, and I just left it wrapped. I didn't even unwrap it. I'm going to leave it like this and package it. I may just wrap it just like it is. He will never in a million years guess what this is. If you squish it, it's just going to sound like plastic. See? So I'm thinking he's never going to know what this is. So again, just look at the packaging that it comes in. You might be able to just leave it in that packaging and just wrap it like it is. And it will do a good job of disguising what it is after you wrap it. See, like now here's a Lego set right here. And actually, I don't know who I'm going to give this to yet. I haven't decided. Because I don't remember who I bought it for. But it's a Minecraft set, and it's the dungeon set. So you can see over here which type it is. It's Lego Minecraft, which both of my kids love playing Minecraft. So this could work for either one of them. When you shake them, they're going to know that it's a Lego set. Which, I mean, they won't know which Lego set, but they'll know it's Legos. So I want to try to disguise this sound, and we will discuss that. But this is one of the items. It's the dungeon set, and on the back you can see another picture of it. And it comes with all these different colored blocks, and you have a creeper here, and you have Steve and another creeper or whatever they are. I don't know. I don't play Minecraft. So it just shows you a little picture of something you can make with this set. It has 219 pieces, and it's for ages 8 and up. So it's pretty cool. I may actually just leave that one out and not wrap it yet, since I don't know who I'm going to give it to. I may save that for last and see how many presents I have for each, and that may decide who gets it. I still have some stuff at my office. In my office in the file cabinet, I hide presents. I have presents delivered to me at work. That way they don't find them. Also, living here in the apartment, it's a little harder to hide presents, I found. Not that they go snooping for them that much, but I don't want them to stumble upon any presents before they're wrapped. So what I ended up doing, I wash all my dishes by hand. Mainly because the dishwasher here is awful and it doesn't work very well, and it takes forever to wash a load. It seems like it wastes a lot of energy and water, and it does a terrible job. Everything on the top rack, it doesn't even do anything to the stuff on the top rack. So I tried a couple of loads in it, was not impressed. So I've been washing all the dishes by hand, which is no big deal because that's basically that's the way I did it for years anyway. So, and it's just the 3 of us, so it's not like we really generate that many dishes. So I told you all that to tell you this. I've been storing presents in the dishwasher. It's a nice little storage area. Nobody ever looks in there. They're hiding in plain sight. The kids would never know. They walk by them 10 times a day and don't know they're in there. I'm not going to tell them. But I did that before I got married. Kind of the same thing. The house that I owned before I got married, the dishwasher was kind of bad. It didn't work very well. It was some cheap dishwasher that was in there when I bought the house. And so I didn't use that dishwasher either. And I used it for storage, and I did hide some presents in there. So I had some presents hidden here and have some in a file cabinet in my office. So the kids aren't likely to end up in my office looking through the file cabinet, and they're not going to find those either. So then I just bring them home. I'll take some black opaque trash bags to work and stick them all in the trash bag, and then just bring them in, and they don't even question it, because I'm always bringing stuff in and out of the house. They don't, selling stuff on eBay. I always have big bags of stuff. They don't ask about it. So that's how I get my presents in without them being seen. This is definitely for my younger son. This is a Lego City set. A bigger one. Of course, the seaplane, I think those are Lego City sets also, but they're small. This is one that he did specifically ask for. This is the van and caravan. It has a little camper. He asked for this set, so I got this for him. It has 250 pieces, and it comes with a couple people and a dog, and a little thing where you can cook hot dogs. And on the back, usually with most Lego sets, they will show you pictures on the back of different things that you can do with the set. It just shows you the pieces and everything in different perspectives. So you have the little camper here, and it kind of shows you the inside, and it says the little man in there waving in the van. So this is a set that he asked for, and he will get. So it's the Lego City camper and van and caravan set. This is another one for my dad, and I get both of my parents a calendar pretty much every year. And this is one that I got from my dad. I try to hold it where there's no glare. There's a glare everywhere. I turn it. It's waterfalls, and my dad loves waterfalls. He actually has a waterfall in his front yard. It's really cool. He lives up on the side of a mountain in Virginia, and there's a waterfall that runs down in front of his house. It's really neat. This looks like Niagara Falls, but it may not be. So the front has this waterfall, and then on the back it shows you all the other waterfalls for the different months of 2017. And again, with my dad, he doesn't care how I wrap it. I could just hand it to him and he'd be tickled to death. Bo will wrap it, but it's going to be obvious. I mean, as soon as you pick it up, you're going to hold it and go, well, it's either a book or a calendar. he's not going to care. But I saw this and I said I have to get it for my dad. I'd already gotten the sheets, but then I saw the calendar and I thought that was so pretty. I mean, I would like this myself. There's some really pretty pictures here. Look at that. Really nice. So that's for my dad. You know, I haven't gotten a calendar for my mom yet. I gotta do that. Here is another item that is still wrapped in the original wrapping, and I'm going to leave it that way. But you can actually kind of see this because it's wrapped in these big bubbles. But it's another limousine, and of course it's for my younger son. It's a white limousine, and it's pretty long. It has like the roof is black. I think I got this on Amazon or eBay. I don't remember, but it came in this little box, and it had some packing peanuts in there. So what we're going to do, we're actually just going to put this back in the box with the packing peanuts, and we're going to wrap it like that. And again, he's not going to be able to pick this up and tell what it is. So that's good enough for me. This is a shirt that I ordered for my older son. My older son loves Doctor Who. And I saw this shirt somewhere online. I think I saw a link to it on Facebook or something, and I got it for him. It says, "They see me rolling, exterminating." It's a Dalek. So he loves different kinds of funny t-shirts. He has all different kinds. So I thought he would like this one with the Dalek on it. So, and wrapping clothing is very easy. I just put them in a little box like this. It won't be this box. This one's kind of small. But you take these, you know, the gift boxes like you can buy really anywhere you can get wrapping paper. You get these boxes. Just, you know, they come in different sizes. Little shirt boxes. So I just put them in those. It's very simple. So that shirt is for him. And then I found these 3 shirts. I bought these a month or 2 ago for my younger son. I got him a black I Love Minecraft shirt. They had these on clearance at Walmart. That's why I have so many. I think they were $2 a piece. And a blue I Love Minecraft shirt. And then there's this fancy Minecraft shirt. It says Minecraft Adventurers Club. So I'm just gonna throw all those together in a box. He's not gonna care. He just wants toys, but I thought he would like these t-shirts. He's kind of in between sizes right now. It's like small shirts, like size 7, 6, 7 shirts are getting too short, but then the next size up, they all seem a little bit too big. He's kind of in between sizes right now. It's very frustrating. And this one is for my older son. It is a pocket watch. And it's made of metal. And I can't remember now what this is. I think it has something to do with anime or something. I don't remember. But I got it on eBay for like $5. See? He said he wanted a pocket watch for Christmas. And it comes with this long chain. It's kind of a brass color, like an antique gold color. And it has that, whatever it is on it. I don't remember, but it was the one he wanted, so it was really cheap. It took a while to get here, though. I'm thinking it took about a month to come. It came from China. But I like the number. The numbers are really big and easy to read. And I just thought it was really cool. I'm not a pocket watch kind of person, but he said he wanted one, so I got him one. And I have this little box. See, I save little boxes for this reason. For little stuff like this. That I can put this in here and he'll have no idea what it is. He's probably already forgotten that he wanted a pocket watch. This is not actually something that I'm going to wrap. I just want to show you. I got this past week. It is a gingerbread train kit. Now the gingerbread houses, at least in my area, the gingerbread house kits are easy to find, but the trains are not so easy some years. A lot of stores will have a few of them, but they sell them all really quickly. So as soon as I saw these out, I grabbed one because when I go back, they'll probably all be gone. They'll still have the gingerbread houses, but all the trains will be gone. And every year on Christmas Eve night, after I put the kids to bed, I will assemble one of these kits. I think last year I had to do a gingerbread house because I didn't get a train in time. I think we did the house last year, but I try to get the train. And they know every year on Christmas morning when they get up, there's going to be either a house or a train waiting for them. So this year we're going to have the train. And this one's different. I've actually never bought this particular set before. I don't know who made it, but it's a little different from the last ones I've done. But see, they have the instructions on the back to show you how to assemble it. But really, after you've done a couple, you don't really need any help. You pretty much know how to do it. But I was thinking, if I have time and if you'd be interested, maybe I could do a video of that. Because my kids will be in the bed. It'll just be me. And maybe I could do a video assembling the gingerbread train. I don't know. I might. It depends on how tired I am. I may have run out of patience by then. But anyway, it's heavy. It's really heavy. It's 2 pounds, 2.08 pounds. Fairly substantial. So, this I'm not going to wrap, but I'm going to put this away and I hide it and I don't let them see it. But then when they get up, they know there's going to be a gingerbread house or a train waiting for them when they get up Christmas morning. This is another set for my younger son, and this is another one that he asked for. It's a Lego Creator set. They have the different types. They have Lego City, Lego Creator. They have all different types of Lego sets. This is one of the Creator sets here, and it is the vehicle transporter. It has 264 pieces. So you can see you get to make the car carrier, and then you have 2 vehicles that comes with the set. And it's a 3-in-1 set also. So there are different things you can make. You can make a wrecker like this, like a tow truck, or the vehicle transporter, or you can make this big, it's like a bucket, it's like a crane, a bucket truck. So you can make different things with it. But this is one thing that he definitely wanted this year. He really wanted this set. So this is for my younger son. I like the cars. I like that red car. It's really neat. Oh, this is also for my younger son because he loves this movie, and I actually do too. If you haven't seen it, it's not bad for a cartoon. It's Zootopia. It's an interesting movie. I enjoyed it. It's actually very funny. I love the part in the DMV. The DMV is operated by sloths, and that's it. It's hilarious. Anyway, it's a look and find book, and it's a hardback book. It's kind of like a Where's Waldo book, and you look in it, and you are looking for certain things, and over here it will show you the different things that you're looking for, and you have to look in this big complicated picture to find the items. So I got that for him since he likes the movie so much. This is for my older son. This is another Lego Creator set, and he asked for this one. And it is the propeller plane. Let's see, it's pretty good size. And this is also a 3-in-1 set where you can make this watercraft thing and a helicopter. But the featured item on here is the propeller plane. And it has 230 pieces. I've had this one for a while. This one was actually hidden in a little foot locker in my room for probably a month or two. So that's for my older son. Right there. This is another one that I don't know who I'm going to give it to. I bought it just because I thought it was cool. But I don't know who to give it to. I actually forgot I had it. It was in the dishwasher, and last night after they went to bed, I was getting everything out. of the dishwasher, and I opened it up, and this was in the very bag. I said, oh my god, I forgot about that. I don't remember who I bought it for. I don't think I actually bought it for either one of them in particular. I just saw it and thought it was cool. It's a police station zombie defense. So you have these zombies, and it's a little police station, and it has zombies in it. And down here it shows you the people that come with it. You have Zombie Bandit, Zombie Teen, Chief Zito, Sergeant Baker, and Deputy Strong. So it's a Creo set. It's not Lego, but it's Creo. And Creo actually has some really neat sets. And they are compatible. They do work with Legos. So you have more pictures on the back of different scenes using the pieces contained in here in this set. And the Creo boxes come with a handle, and you can reuse the box. It's called a Creo container. We never save the boxes, but you can if you want, and then you can just carry it with you. Usually, though, with any Lego sets that we have, ideally, I guess you would put it together and keep it together. But usually what happens is they'll build whatever it is once, and then the pieces just gradually end up in this giant tote full of other pieces from other sets, which is fine because then they take the pieces and they build all new stuff with all their, their huge container of Legos. I bet they each have 40 pounds of Legos in their rooms. It's insane. Okay, so there's that, and my mom's present is over here, and it's still in the box. It came in. I ordered this online, and this is from Bath and Body Works, and I get her this every year. I've been doing it forever, and it's Twilight Woods, which is her favorite scent. Although I did find out this year that they are retiring this scent and they're not going to have it anymore. So I got extra. Normally I'll only get 2 or 3 of these, but this time I got 5. I got 2 of these. Now this is just the lotion. It's like a hand lotion, Twilight Woods. And then I got 3 of these here. This is Ultra Shea body cream. It's a 24-hour moisturizer, but it's also the Twilight Woods scent. It's an 8-ounce tube of the super thick moisturizer, which I think she uses more of this than just the hand lotion. So I got her 3 of these and then 2 of these. So I thought maybe that would hold her over for a while since they're not going to make it anymore. And I have a little present for myself in here. And I'm just going to stick these in my stocking because right now I don't have anything in my stocking. I got 5 tubes of C.O. Bigelow Cinnamon. This is Cinnamon Supreme 2X, which is supposed to have twice the cinnamon flavor and mint and twice the shine, but honestly I can't really tell that much of a difference between this and the regular cinnamon. But I keep these everywhere I go, which is why I got 5 of them. And I will go through 5 or 6 tubes a year. And I keep one here next to the bed. I keep one in the car, one in my purse, one at the office, and I have one in my bathroom. So I have 5 tubes of this stuff going at any given time because I use it all the time. And this is the only chapstick type thing that I use. So I try to keep a lot of it on hand. So I think that's it as far as showing you everything. So now I think we're going to wrap some stuff. The first thing I'll do, I'll go ahead and show you how I'm going to do the gift bag for my mom for the lotion. I'm going to have to move you and I'm going to have to move myself. So I'm going to move you down. Now I have some space here. We don't have a ton of space, but we have some space. You can see over here I have my gift wrap kind of laid out. My presents and things are in the way, but that's all right. I'm going to clear a little space, and we're going to do the gift bag first. First I got to get to my gift bag. Okay. Like I said, I tried to get everything out ahead of time. I picked this bag. I thought she would like this bag. See, it has these presents. And there's a little bit of glitter on there, although it's hard to tell. And there's just a little peppering of glitter. And I got these bags at Dollar Tree. I would definitely recommend going to your local dollar store if you have one. If you've never been in one, you should go check it out, especially when it comes to buying things like gift bags. Gift bags, even in a discount store like Walmart or Target, these things can be $2 to $4 a piece. And you can go to Dollar Tree and get these super nice bags. I mean, these are just as nice as the ones that you would get in Target or Walmart or wherever. But they're only $1 a piece. So the first thing I do, I pull out the handles here, and they're made out of this white satiny ribbon. I'm going to open the bag up. There. So I have it open. Now, before I do anything else, I'm going to put the items in the bag. I'm just going to set them down in there any old way. Doesn't matter. Now, so they're all standing up in the bag. They're probably not going to stay that way, but it's all right. I'm going to take my tissue paper. See, I have this red and green tissue paper. I unfold it. And it doesn't matter what color you use. You can use any kind you want. So I take it out. Now I'm going to grab these two corners here. Let me move this so you can see a little better. I'm going to lay the tissue paper out flat. And this is something anybody can do. Grab the corners and pull. And it's going to fall into this little triangle. Just lay it flat like that. You don't have to press it down. I'm going to grab it right here, and I'm going to grab the corners and pull it again. You see, it makes a smaller triangle. And I'm going to do it one more time. I grab it in the middle, grab the point, and pull. Now, we have this multi-layered little triangle and a point right here. I'm going to take the point. Now I want the roughly corners to stick up. I'm just going to stick it in the bag. I'll fall over. I'm probably going to fall over anyway, but that's alright. Now I'm going to stick it down in there. Just like that. Now I just wedged it down in between the bottles of lotion. I'll do another one. The trick with tissue paper is to just handle it gently so you don't tear it or crease it. Again, I'll grab the corners and pull. Make a triangle. Lay it flat. You don't have to press it. Grab the middle and the corners and pull. There. And grab the middle and the little point and pull again. And again, we have all the corners up here. And we're going to stick that one down in there. Let's do a red one. We're going to do it the same way. Grab the corners and pull. And lay it down. Grab the corners in the middle. Pull it again. And see, the triangle just gets smaller and smaller until you have it like this. These are your corners, the four corners of a piece of tissue paper. And we'll stick that one down in there, just like that. So it's leaving all these ruffly corners up at the top. And I like to layer different colors. I just think it makes it look more festive. But you can do all white or all red or whatever you want to do. Just whatever tissue paper you have available. If that's all you got, that'll work. I'm still just doing the same thing over and over. And the more you do it, the faster you get. Get better and better. Let's do one more red. I like that. That's pretty. grab the corners and pull. Grab the middle and the edges and pull. Again, grab here and here and pull again. Almost looks like a paper airplane. I'm just going to stick that right down in there. There. I'm going to keep the tissue paper out because we're going to use that again in a minute. Okay. So, just going to set that on top. So now you can see it's all covered and you can't see what's in here. But it's covered neatly in a neat, pretty way, and it's red and green and very lovely. All right, now for the tag. I have my tag. Now, it is important that you use a pen that writes nice and dark so you can read it. I don't like tags that have been written with a very faint pencil or a pen or something like that. So I have a nice, good, I know this is a good pen. And you also want to be careful too that you don't smear it. So, put that on there. And I'm going to be careful not to touch it or press the card together because it might smear the ink. So there's my mom's present ready to go. Okay, now sit down for a second. Okay, so I think next we'll do the pocket watch. Remember the pocket watch? Okay, I want to package this in a way that it won't get damaged. I mean, it's very small, so you have to be kind of careful. So I have my little box here. I'm going to take a piece of this green tissue paper. You can use any color, of course. I'm just going to lay it out. And tissue paper is a wonderful item. It's really kind of a multi-purpose item that you can use for all kinds of things. Like I just showed you, you can use it in the gift bags, which is the main way that I use it. You can also use it to line shirt boxes if you're going to put anything in there. It's a good padding to keep things from rattling around in a box. You can bunch it up and use it as filler in a box. And I'm also going to use it here. You can even use it for wrapping paper. If you've run out of wrapping paper, just take at least 2 layers of tissue paper and layer them together and use that as wrapping paper. It makes a really pretty wrapping paper. And I'm sure there are tons of other uses. It's also good for paper mache, I think. I don't know. Anyway, so I'm going to put the pocket watch in the very center. I'm going to pull the points up like that. And pull all 4 corners up. Sticking out. So it's kind of down here in the bottom. Fold it around like that. And he is not going to care how neat this is. I mean, if you've ever watched kids unwrap presents, most of them just tear into them. I'm just going to roll it like that. Now, the pocket watch is perfectly protected in there. It's not going to get damaged. So I have this little box. It opens like that. So I'm just going to take this little packet here. Press it down in there. Tuck it in. Now this is ready to be wrapped. I'm going to fold my tissue paper back up. And we're going to get this out of the way. We don't need it anymore at the moment, so we're going to move this out of the way. Okay. Now we can wrap this little box. And what kind of paper do we want to use? Let's see. I have 5 kinds out because I like a variety of colors. I think we'll go with this one. See, check it out. It's ornaments. Isn't that pretty? And this paper is not scored. I think I actually got this at Dollar Tree. Okay. when you're looking at wrapping a box, any box, this will work. This is how I do it. You can either wrap it this way or this way. You just try to, usually I try to look at it as which way would use less paper. I don't think with this it's going to matter. Roll it out some. Now you want to kind of look and get an idea for where to cut here. Now some people will just cut just enough out for that particular box. I don't do that because in my experience usually you just end up with a bunch hanging over on the next thing you wrap, and it doesn't really save any paper. So I made a little cut right here. I'm going to move the present. What you can do, if you're concerned about the cut being straight, especially on paper like this that's not scored and it doesn't have lines, you can make one little cut down here and then turn the paper over. And if the paper has a pattern, usually that pattern will help you determine where to cut so you don't end up cutting in an angle or cutting off all crazy. This paper I don't think is actually going to help me a lot. But what I do, like I can look here and I see this light colored ornament and this blue one, and I see it repeats right here. So I know that if I just keep going right, I can keep my eye on this and know that I need to cut where I cut right through the middle of these two ornaments. So that helps. Helps keep your cut straighter. There we go. I'm going to set this paper aside. Now obviously we have an enormous amount of paper here that's going to be left over. One thing I can do, if I start with a small one and I end up with paper left over, is save that paper. Like say, if I wanted to wrap these just like they are, you know, I could do that, and I may actually do that. I'll save the rest of the paper for the Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Okay. So then I'm going to put the present back on here, and I'm going to get a general idea of how much I'm going to need to come over. And I'm going to cut it again. Now, I'm going to have all this left over, and that will be perfect for the Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Okay, if you want it to be extra neat with your presents, you want the seam where you put the tape, you want that to be on the bottom. You don't want it on the top of the present. You want it on the bottom where it doesn't show when the present is sitting under the tree. So I have flipped the box over. This is the underside. I'm going to put it there. And I have, I don't know if you saw, I have lots and lots of tape. I have some double-sided tape too. Sometimes I get fancy and use that, but I wanted to make sure I had plenty of tape on hand because this roll is almost empty. I'm going to use up this one first. So I get a little bit on my finger. I position it where I want it. And then I place my tape. Now, and that takes care of the underside, but then of course we have this part sticking over right here. So we're going to fold it down. Hold it up where you can see it, and fold it down like that. And then I take these edges and I sort of crease them like that. Okay. Now I haven't used any tape, and I'm not going to. I do not like to put tape directly on the box. It's okay if you do. I'd prefer not to. I like to keep all the tape on the wrapping paper if at all possible. So, kind of hard to do while it's not on the floor. So I'm going to fold it again like that and make creases at the bottom and fold it up. Now I can put tape right across here. You know, it's totally fine if you put tape on the box. I don't think anybody's going to shoot you for it. I just try not to. I just think it looks better if you can avoid it. Because then you always end up with this piece of tape and a little piece of wrapping paper stuck to the box, and that's just so untidy. When you first start wrapping presents, you'll go kind of slow, and that is totally okay. The more you do it, the faster you'll get, and you figure out all kinds of little tricks to make it easier. That's a little messed up, but he's not going to care, I promise. Okay, so the top just has this nice surface with no seam. The seam is on the bottom. So I have my to from cards, and these are stickers. Love the peel and stick tags. And these are deluxe full. They're all silver. Looks like they're all the same. I'm going to pick a smaller one since this is a little present. I'm going to pick that one. So, stick that on there. Now, it is very important when you're wrapping presents to go ahead and label them as you go. Don't think you can wrap them all and then put labels on them later, because you will forget what they are. I have done that. I know there was one year I was right in the middle of wrapping presents, and I couldn't find my to from stickers. I ran out and I couldn't find. I knew I had some more, but I couldn't find them. So I thought, well, I'll just go ahead and finish wrapping what I have out, and then I will find my stickers and I'll label them later. By the end of the day, I couldn't remember what they were. I thought I had it all sorted out, but I couldn't remember exactly what was what. So I had to kind of unwrap them and peek at them to see what they were. So yeah, definitely label your stuff right away. I'm going to put a little bow on here. I have a whole bag full of bows. I'm going to put a little green one on there. So you peel away the backing on the back of the bow. And there you go. One trick for applying bows with the adhesive: don't mash on the bow, of course, because then you're going to flatten the bow. Usually there's a little loop right here. Stick your finger down under that loop and you will be just above the adhesive, and then you can press, or you can reach up under the side and press the corners of the adhesive. That way you can securely attach your bow without mashing it flat. I've wrapped my first present of Christmas for 2016. Yay! I mean, there was the stuff in the gift bag, but I didn't really wrap anything, so that doesn't count. Okay. What should we do next? Let's see here. Let's get this big thing out of the way. No, actually, no. Let's do the Yu-Gi-Oh cards. We'll get them out of the way. Very simple. Now, we're going to treat this like a box. We're going to turn it over. So I have the back side right here. I'm going to place them this... No. Yeah, I'll do them that way. I have plenty of paper. So I'm going to have paper overlapping, which I don't want. So I'm going to cut it. Now, when you have these little pieces like this left over, save them. You know why? When you're done, here's what I do with my wrapping paper. I will cut it into strips like this. I cut it into strips so that when I am ready to put my wrapping paper away, you know, if you leave it like this, it's loose and it's going to get torn, it's going to get messed up. But take these strips, and you can turn them right side out if you want to, so it shows up better. Take your strips, fold them over, take a little piece of tape, put it here, and you can put 2 or 3 on here, or however many you want. It will help hold your wrapping paper together, and it won't come unrolled and get messed up. You can also do it with empty toilet paper rolls. You can take a toilet paper roll and just cut it, like cut it down the, just cut it so it opens up. And then just roll that over your roll of wrapping paper. I just use little leftover strips of wrapping paper because I have them handy, you know. It works just fine. Been doing that for years. Okay. Now this is the same as the little box. Take the sides, fold them, make a crease, fold them again. And up like that. You notice I've put no tape on the actual packaging of the present. And I do try to avoid that, like I said. It's just a pet peeve of mine. It doesn't really matter. The recipient of the gift is probably not going to care. There. Look at that. My God, that could be anything. You know, that's what I find so fascinating about wrapping a present. All you have between you and the item, typically, is one layer of paper. But that layer of paper can be enough to completely throw you off and leave you with no idea of what's in there. That, I don't know why that fascinates me, it just does. It's just one little layer of paper, and all of a sudden, you don't know what it is anymore. My little sticker again. Now with this pen, I'm going to be very careful not to smear that ink. And I'm going to use a little silver bow this time. And I buy a lot of my gift wrapping supplies the day after Christmas. I will go shopping on December 26th and I will buy bows, wrapping paper, Christmas cards, to from labels, all kinds of stuff, and you can get them at half price. But it's best to go pretty soon after Christmas so the selection is still good. If you wait too long, there might not be a lot left. Okay, so that's got that out of the way. I don't know if I want to do the big one next or not. Let's go ahead and do the blanket. Alright, so we have this enormous fluffy blanket. This thing is so wonderful. It's Ardour, A-R-D-O-U-R, Velvet Berber Blanket. It's wonderful. I want to get mine back for my younger son. I want to use it some. You curl up in this thing and it's just heaven. It is so very soft and warm. Oh my goodness, it's warm. I'm just petting it like a cat. That's really pitiful. Okay. One other thing I do, they'll start doing a week or two before I start wrapping presents, is that I start collecting boxes to put stuff in to wrap them. Like I said with this, if I just wrap it like this, he's going to know what it is. But one major way to throw them off that you may not think of is just put it in a bigger box. And here I have a bigger box. So I'm just going to stick this down in there. Possibly. There's a piece of cardboard in there. It's keeping me from sticking it down there the way I want to. Dagnabbit. Hold on. There. Fold it like that. That's got it. Okay. Now, it's in the box. I'm going to have to tape the lid shut. See, it's big boxes like this that require a large surface to wrap. Just trying to hold the lid down. That'll do. We need a lot of room, so we're going to move some stuff. Okay, now I have a bigger surface. Okay, and you may know that wrapping paper comes in different sizes. I mean, as far as the length of the roll. Like here is a standard roll, but this one is longer, which is good. So I'm going to use this long roll since it's a big package. You may hear jingle bells. We'll get to that in a minute. Okay. Oh, the tape came undone. That may not hold. I need some duct tape or something. Okay. So, looks like I put tape on here directly on the wrapping paper, which you can do. But when you try to remove it, it messes up the paper a bit. There. Now. I'll put some tape on the side. That might help. This box has definitely seen better days. Perfect. Now I'm going to turn it upside down. Lay out my paper. Hold it with a piece of roll of tape down. Put my box upside down. Big presents are more difficult, as you can see. Now I have to figure out if it's going to work this way. I think it will. Fortunately, it's very thick paper. A bit more. Bring it all around to the top. I need my scissors. Okay. So we determine how much we're going to need. And we cut. Bring the paper all the way up. Handle this present. He's gonna be so excited. He doesn't actually think he's gonna get one of these blankets. He thought I was kidding. I was totally serious. Okay, now I put 3 pieces of tape across the top because it's a, obviously much larger present. Now, the folding principle is the same as for the small boxes. It's just on a bigger scale. Fold it down. Now it's at this point that a lot of people find it useful to put tape on the box. And again, it's totally fine. Crease it. Press down and crease it again. Well, some people will put tape right here, and that's fine. It actually keeps this corner tighter to put a little piece of tape right here. Fold it around. Kind of straighten it out at the bottom. Push down, make another crease right here. Bring this piece around. Straighten it out. Crease it and fold it up like that. Now remember, we're still working with the underside. He will never in a million years guess what this is. If he guessed it before Christmas, I'd probably just give it to him out of shock. Okay, here we go again. biggest present, and this will probably be the biggest one of this Christmas. So again, I have my tags, and I'm going to pick one of the bigger tags for this one. Oh, one other thing about ribbon or bow placement. I don't put all the bows right in the center of the packages because I know that the packages will end up getting stacked on top of each other under the tree, at least to some extent. Because we actually have a Polar Express running around under our tree this year, which I'll do a video later and show you our tree, in which I got up and it's all decorated and everything. And we have a train track set up around it with the Polar Express going around under the tree. So I actually have less room under the tree this year because of that. So I'm going to have to stack my presents. But if you put the bow in the center of every package, it's going to be kind of hard to stack the packages. So I kind of stagger the bows, like on this one. I've got my gold bow here. I'm going to take the backing off, the sticker. And I'm going to put it just right up here on the edge, like that. So, see, I can stack stuff. Like I have this whole surface here on this present where I can stack things and it's not going to squish my bow. Like I could take the small ones and put them up there like that. So let's move that big one out of the way. Now all we have left are the smaller packages. Like this Lego set. What to do about a Lego set? Because they're going to pick it up and they're going to shake it. And they're going to say, oh my goodness, it's Legos. Awesome. I don't even want them to know that it's Legos. I don't want them to know. I don't want them to be able to guess what it is. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to open this box of Legos. You can see down in there that the Legos are in plastic bags. And I'm going to add jingle bells. I have in my possession at this time 3 bags of jingle bells for this very reason. Now, will it completely cover up the sound of Legos? No, but it might be enough to throw them off and go, what in the world is in that box? So I'm going to open a bag of jingle bells. I'm not going to put all of them in there. We're going to put some in there. And then I will save these for next year. And I'm going to seal it back up. Now it just sounds like rattly jingle bells. And I need paper. This one, I'm going to use Santa Claus. There's tape on this one too. I must have been in a hurry when I put this paper away. I don't normally put tape directly on the paper like that. But see, when you try to undo it, it just rips the paper. And it messes up the paper somewhat. I taped it down there too, my goodness. What was I doing? I must have been in a huge hurry when I put this away. Okay, so now if I wanted to, another thing you can do if you want to disguise it is to take this box and add some, get a bigger box and add some crumpled up newspaper or whatever to it and just layer it. You could put it inside a box, inside a box, inside a box to not only disguise the size of the present but also to cover up and muffle some of the sound when it's shaken. That I have been known to do that before, but I'm not going to do it with this one. So we're going to call this the top. Ooh, noisy. I'm going to flip it over to this side. It's definitely noisy now. I'll do it this way. You know what, actually, we can do this. Take these two sides and fold it over like that. So again, to make a little cut, I'm going to turn it over so I can see. Now I am going to cut right up against Santa's armpit. Move the roll out of the way. Fold it over this way. See how that works? Pull it on the edges to kind of straighten it out. Put one piece here and one piece here. Okay. And it's a little long. Now you can trim off that edge if you want to. I'm going to be lazy and leave it there. It won't look quite as neat, but I really don't think he's going to care. Kind of crease it there, fold it up. And just do the same thing on this side. Crease the sides, and you really can trim off that extra paper. It will make it look better. And if I were wrapping this for an adult, I would, but I promise you my son does not care. He just wants to know what's in there. Oh my God, you know what? I just noticed something. You can see right through this paper. I can read that. I can see the 12, 7 to 12. With very little effort, they could read this and see what's in here. So you know what? We're going to have to wrap it twice. That's crazy. This paper is so thin. You can read through it. That's ridiculous. Alright. We won't be using this paper again. Let's try that one more time. Why on earth would they make a paper that's see-through? Now after they open their presents, I'm just going to have to round up all my jingle bells. Uh-oh, I cut it a little too short on the side. That is okay. And of course on this one it doesn't matter because it's already kind of covered. But if you ever do that, if you ever cut it in such a way that it's too short, one thing you can do, you could just start over and cut it again, or you could cut off a strip of paper and cut it just wide enough to fit into this area right here, and then just tape over it. like tape the covering to the little strip, and that will cover up the side of the present. Sometimes if it's really bad, I'll just take the paper and just cut a different piece for it and save the piece that I cut originally for another present. There. Oop, same with this side. How did I cut it so much shorter? I messed up. It's okay. It's just gift wrapping. It doesn't have to be absolutely precise. You can spend forever wrapping things the perfect way, but it's really pointless. I mean, if it makes you happy, it's not pointless, but as far as the person receiving the gift, I promise you they're not worried about how perfectly you wrapped it. There. Well, good. Now all you can see under it is more Santas. And again, I'm going to stagger the bows. I'm not going to put it directly in the middle. And for this one, we'll go with the red bow. Well, I say we'll go with the red bow. Wow, this backing does not want to come off. There we go. I got it. Just going to put it right on the edge of the package. There. Okay. I'm going to do the same with the Lego Creator. It has these two pieces of tape. We're just going to open it up. Take our jingle bells, drop them down in there. Add some more. And you can get jingle bells just about anywhere. You can get them at Target, Walmart, any craft store. Really just about anywhere. I think I got these at Walmart. Okay, seal it back. Sounds like it's broken. Okay. We will go with... Ooh, look at this one. This one's pretty. This one's full. It's shiny. I think we use this one. It's definitely not one you can see through, so that's good. This away. Okay. Figure out about how you want to cut it. Turn it back over. Now I've cut through this purple thing here. That roll's almost used up. Okay, let's put it back on the paper. Gets down towards the end of the roll, it starts getting kind of curly on you. Makes it hard to hold it out or keep it flat. 3 pieces to keep it flat since it's kind of curly paper. Okay. Our edges. I'm going to fold them down and put a little crease in there. Fold them again and make another crease. Just like that. Got my piece of tape ready. And fold it up. Put a piece right in the middle, and then you can put some on the little places right here too if you want. Do the same on this side. Almost looks like birthday paper, like happy birthday wrapping paper, but it's not. I'm going to go with a blue bow. And again, I'm putting it off to the side. A little to from sticker right here. And that one's done. Ooh, the Minecraft. Who are we going to give this to? Well, I actually have 2 that I'm not sure who I'm going to give them to. You know what I think I'll do? I think I'll give this one to my older son and this one to my younger son. But again, we need noisemakers in here. It may not do any good. I think they're on to me. See, I did this last year and it threw them off, but I think this year they're going to be a little wiser. I have to ration my jingle bells and run out. I'm not going to have enough if I keep using so many. We haven't used this paper yet. We'll use this one. Oh, I taped it too. My word. I taped all of them. Why did I do that? See, this is why I don't. This is why I like to put just a strip of paper on here that I can tape, and then you just pull the strip of paper off and it doesn't damage your wrapping paper. Oh well. All right. Flip it over to the bottom. Oh no, this paper is scored. That's better. See, I like the scored paper. So you see it's like a big graph paper. Because you can cut it straight and you don't have to turn it over to make sure you're cutting straight. I can just cut it from here. This is thick paper. I like it. It's very thick paper. There we go. And once again, before you start this part, you can actually fold it on both sides to make sure it's kind of in the middle. So you'll have the same amount of paper on both sides hanging over. It'll be a good feeling to get all this done now. I won't have a whole lot left. still have some stuff left to wrap, but you know, any amount of it that I can get done now is good. Okay, I'm going to turn it over. Ta-da! Another card. And we'll go with that green bow this time. Oh, wait. That's the wrong person. My kids' names sound familiar. It sounds similar. And people say, oh, you shouldn't have done that. You're going to be calling them by the wrong names because they sound so much alike. Well, let me tell you, when my first son was born, I had a cat named Buddy. And at least half the time when he was a baby, I called him Buddy instead of by his name. And Buddy sounds nothing like his name, so I don't think it matters. I'm going to call him by the wrong name anyway. Fortunately, he wasn't old enough to be offended by the fact that I kept confusing him with my cat. Sometimes I really screw up and call him by my brother's name. Now that I don't understand at all, but okay. Alright, this is for my younger son. Again with the jingle bells. We've almost reached the end of that roll of tape. Now we need wrapping paper. Let's see. I'll do this one again. My kids were very excited for me to make this video. They want me to get those presents under the tree. Oh, they'll be checking them out as soon as I take them out. I promise. They are very excited. I love seeing their excitement. Makes me happy. It just tickles me to death to see them excited. Okay, so that roll's empty. They're probably still going to know that these are Lego sets. I'm pretty sure they will just by the size of the box. Oops, darn it. If I were really industrious, I would put these boxes inside larger boxes to help make it less clear what they are, but I'm not going to do that. Not this time. Just making sure I can't see through it. I don't think you can see through there. And another label. And go with that. Ooh, look at that bow. That's really pretty. There we go. Okay, now for the big box. Now we have, this box obviously is not the traditional shape. It has a slant right here and a handle. So it's hard to decide sometimes how to wrap stuff like this. With this handle, I'm going to try to tape it down a little bit. There, just to kind of flatten it. Now this actually is not going to be too hard. It's not going to be all that different from what we've been wrapping. But it will be a little bit different. Let's go with this one again. Yeah, we'll do this one. Now these boxes don't open like Lego boxes. I don't know that there's an easy way to get the jingle bells in there. You know what? I think I'm going to skip the jingle bells because the way this box is put together, I think it's going to be kind of a pain to open it and then close it back. I have to undo it all the way around. I don't think I'm going to do it. I'm going to skip the jingle bells on that one. I don't think we could do it. I think we would have enough paper here to overlap. I think. Oh yeah, we're good. Now this side is not the sloped side, so this one's easy. I don't like to fold this one up because this is the top, but I think I'm gonna have to do it this way. Do like that, and then crease it, fold it like that. That's not ideal, but it works. And we'll go with the green bow. Put it here. And if you wonder, I know you may wonder if the adhesive on the bows and the to from labels will last. You know, like you buy them this year for next year, you wonder if they'll be okay. And it seems like they will be. I've never had a problem with the adhesive not working. How about we do the Dalek shirt? Okay. Now with the shirt, you can always, I guess, just wrap it like it is. I'm gonna fold it, make it a little neater. I mean, you could just wrap it like this, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna fold it. Now, let's see. I have this shirt box. This is the bottom, this is the top. Now you don't have to wrap this. In fact, I probably won't wrap this. I'm just going to put tape on it. When you use these shirt boxes, what I would recommend, of course you can just fold it out, stick your stuff in it and be done, but these corners like to buckle. So I take pieces of tape to the inside, like right in here, and I tape it, and it makes it stay kind of flat right there. To press a piece of tape in there, it reinforces the sides, and it keeps the box a little straighter. See, it makes it stay open and it doesn't try to buckle. I do it to the top and the bottom. Like that. Now see, it's nice and open, whereas this one, like when you fold it out, it just kind of looks like this and not nice and neat like that. So that's why I use the tape. Goodness gracious, this thing's already over an hour and a half and I'm still not done. Okay, so this is the bottom. Now you can just lay the shirt in here if you want to. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to put some tissue paper under it. I'm going to use 2 pieces. You take the paper, you lay it over the box, and I'm going to lay one this way. And I'm going to do one this way, so that the points are not directly over each other. Take the shirt, set it down inside the box like that, and then I grab these pieces and pull them. I pull them to straighten them out, and then I fold them over. And again, the thing you don't want to do is squish your paper and crease it. Handle it as delicately as you can. So that's got it down in the box. And I'll put the top on it. Flip it over, and I'm going to put some tape on it to keep little prying eyes out of the box. The tape will keep it secure. And if you put the tape on there long ways, it is easier to run a finger between the lid and the box and break the tape, or remove it in such a way that you can open the box easier. Got a little red bow here. Put it up here. And voila, we're done with that one. And we have the waterfalls calendar. And again, like I said, my dad doesn't care. So I'm going to use my see-through paper because he is not going to care. Wrapping a flat object can be a challenge. Looks like it would be easy, and I guess in a way it is. The challenge with wrapping flat things is how to do the paper on the edges and make it look okay. All right. Kind of get it even on both sides. So we have enough, about the same amount on both sides. Now, I'm going to take this corner right here where it's folded over, and I'm going to fold it in like a little triangle. And I'm going to do the other thing, same thing on the other side. Just going to make a little crease. Now, I'm going to kind of crease it here. Grab these corners. Fold it over. Now we're working with the underside of the present. This is not the part that's going to show. Unless they turn it over or something. I'm going to do the same thing on this side. Fold that corner over. Fold this corner over. Make a little crease where the end of the present is. Fold it over and kind of press on it a little bit. There. And there it is. Okay, go with the pretty shiny red bow. Possibly. The backing is really not cooperating with me. Sometimes that little backing doesn't want to come off. Okay, well, get another one. Sometimes they come right off. feel bad. I actually don't have many of my older son's presents here. He's going to think he didn't get anything. Well, the big one says. Okay. Do the book. It's going to be very obvious that this is a book, but that's okay. I should put the book in a giant box. I can cut some of that off. There we go. And this is going to be kind of like wrapping the calendar. It's not completely flat, but it's pretty close. Oh, this paper is very thin too. That's not good. Have to be careful not to tear it. See, fold the corner. The other corner. Fold it over. There you go. Very simple. Now normally when I'm wrapping presents, I have Christmas music playing. Helps me get in the Christmas spirit. But I figured during a video it might be a little distracting. Look at that pretty blue bow. I like that color. It's very pretty. It's like sapphire blue. There's that. Oops. Okay. We have these 3 shirts. And I think we will just put all these together in a box. Like the other one. See this one? It's like that. It's the same size as the reindeer box. They came together. I think I got those at Dollar Tree. So again, we're going to use the tape to hold the sides out nice and straight. If I can get it off my finger. There's the top, and here's the bottom. Ooh, I actually have some presents behind me I didn't show you. I forgot they were back there. I'll show them to you, but I don't think I'm going to wrap them right now because this video is going on 2 hours and I probably ought to stop. I think I'm only going to do 1 layer of tissue paper because this is actually a little bit thicker. I'm pulling on the tissue paper and just folding it over. Turn it it over. And I begin applying the tape long ways. Makes it a little easier to open. A green bow. Right up here. Oops. And a label. Now, if you ever have a bow that doesn't want to stick, you can use regular tape or you can use double-sided tape. I'm going to use some double-sided tape. This bow, for some reason, does not want to play nice, so I'm going to add some double-stick tape. And that's not helping a lot either. I think it's actually the box. I think it's the material of the box. But anyway, that's good. Okay, there are the shirts. I'll show you the other presents back here, but I'm not going to wrap them right now. My older son asked for a set of gaming headphones. So I have these, whatever it is, Koshin each, whatever that is, pro gaming headset. So it's a little microphone. And so that's for him. And for both of them, I got Project Gotham Racing 2 for our Xbox for them to enjoy. And for my older son, I got some books that he asked for. I got an Undertale book, The Last Stand, and a Five Nights at Freddy's book. This is the definitive guide to Five Nights at Freddy's. I got Five Nights at Freddy's Deactivated, Five Nights at Freddy's One Final Job. Oh, and two cards that he asked for. I got the Twin Barrel Dragon and the Barrel Dragon. I think I'm going to stick these in his stocking. And I also got Five Nights at Freddy's The Silver Eyes. These are all books that he asked for, and I think I may just wrap them all together. But again, I'm not going to do that right now because we still haven't gotten through everything else yet. Let's do the limousine. A little white one with the bubble wrap. First, I'm going to take these out and pour them out. Stick that down in that box. This is the box it came in. I'll drop these in there. Just tape the box down. Okay, that's got that. And now I need paper. There's not a lot left on this roll, but I think I have enough on here for this little box. Turn it upside down. Yeah, I've got enough. Do it this way. And we have it turned over upside down. And just fold it up and tape it. There. He will never guess what that is. Never. Although I've said that before, and they did guess what it was, so. I'll go with a pretty blue bow. There. So we have this big old thing here. How do you wrap something like this? Well, there's several ways you could do it. Normally, I would just put this in a larger box and then wrap the box. But like I said, my dad doesn't care, so I'm not going to do that because I'm actually quite lazy. I'm going to use the see-through paper again because now that I know it's see-through, I can't use it for any of my kids. They will definitely take advantage of that little flaw in the design. Let's see. Whoops. Well, alright. That takes care of that. I'll cut a little bit of this off. He would be so tickled. I told him they were completely out of these, and they were, and I was surprised to find one. I don't pay any attention to how I wrap this. This is not going to be neat at all. Ideally, you would wrap this in a larger box. You would just put this down in a larger box and then wrap the box. But it still amazes me how you could just have one little layer of paper like this between you and the item, and that one layer of paper is enough to completely conceal the item's identity. I mean, you just taking that one thing away, and it makes it almost impossible to tell what the heck it is. He will never guess what this is. Never. It's heavy and solid. It's almost like a large fruit cake or something. going to wrap is the Pikachu pajamas. Um, you know what? I am going to put this in a box. I have a box that I stole from work. They recycle boxes at work, so occasionally I'll go down to the place where they put boxes to be recycled and I'll look through the boxes. And I grabbed this one because I thought it would be good for either presents or eBay stuff. How about a little tissue paper? Cover it up a little bit. I'm just going to nestle this down in there. Just lay a piece on top. Now, hold it down like that. Flip it over. And now I need wrapping paper. We'll go with this one. That's big. Okay. All right. This one. And again, it overlaps, so we can cut some off. Try to keep it straight. Edges are good. Turn it over. That looks pretty. And I think we'll go with a green bow again. Put it right here. Label. And that has done it for now. We're going to stop there. And I'm going to take all my presents that I've wrapped and I'm going to go put them under the tree and make the kids really happy. And I know this video is kind of long and probably not quite as delicate and done as slowly and carefully as some videos, but I wanted to show you some of my presents and some of the wrapping. And I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful day. And I'm going to wrap the rest of these later. Take care.